Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, in this video today, guys, I'm going to be talking about four money beliefs that'll keep you broke, that'll keep you struggling. That's what I'm going to talk about today. So, hey, guys, if you are joining me for the very first time, my name is Alex. I'm a financial coach and licensed insurance advisor. And I help families create more financial security, create more financial freedom so they can live their best life and leave a legacy for their family. So, hey, guys, as you come on into this live stream, please like and share this live stream. Sharing is caring. And if you can put your name in the comment box, I would greatly appreciate it so I can shout you out. And yes, guys, uh, money beliefs. We actually have, whether we know it or not, we actually do have some beliefs about money, right? And those monies are either going to do one of two things. They're either going to help you build wealth or they're going to help keep wealth away from you, right? And so all you really have to do is kind of look at where you are now, look at your financial situation, take an inventory, and if you have been able to amass a certain amount of financial security, some financial freedom or wealth, then guess what? Boom, you probably do possess wealth beliefs or beliefs about money that helps you to build a certain level of security and financial freedom. But if you look at your financial situation now, and if you aren't quite doing as well as you probably could, then there may be a chance that there are some money beliefs that you have that are keeping you from attracting more wealth to you and to your family. So today I want to share with you four money beliefs that'll keep you struggling, and these are in no particular order, but I see that these are fairly common when I first start working with my clients that I actually coach in my financial coaching business. um, I always try to take some inventory and find out exactly, first of all, exactly where you are in your finances. There's no possible way that you can create a financial plan or a financial strategy or pick financial tools to help you get to someplace if you don't know where you are first. That's the first thing that you must understand. And then, secondly, once you understand where you are, then you can begin to reflect and begin to think about, how did I get to the situation that I'm in, good, bad, or indifferent, right? And when you understand that, now you are empowered and equipped to say, okay, going forward, what are the things that I need to do going forward to help me get to where I truly want to be and really want to be in my finances? So today, let me just go ahead and jump in and get right to it and get started. So these are in no particular order. So first, boom, boom. People, many of us tend to ignore our financial situations. Many of us ignore our financial situation. We it's for some of us, it may be because we think building wealth has to be some overly complicated strategy or some overly complicated thing that we can't understand. Let me tell you, that is that's what the financial industry wants you to think. They want you to think that this thing is so difficult and so hard that you can't possibly do it without their help, without their tools, without their strategies, right? I'm a part of the financial industry, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. These are things that you can do on your own. And so many times people tend to think that, man, it's just too overwhelming, it's too confusing, I don't know where to start. And quite honestly, most people are not like me. They don't get excited thinking about wealth principles. Get excited about investing and compounding interest. Most people don't get excited about financial plans and so most people just don't get excited about those things, and I get it. But to ignore your situation puts you in a place where things are likely not to turn out well for you. And so, as much as we might enjoy the idea of having money, spending money, and using it to do the things that we want to do in life, it is really, really important that you do not ignore your money situation. You must pay attention to it. I think of money and your relationship with money. I think of it like any other relationship. And if you think about it, how on earth do you possibly have a good relationship with your somebody you're dating, a potential spouse or mate, right? The only way you do that is by spending time. It's only by becoming more intimate with the person, getting to know them, understanding what makes them happy, what makes them tick, right? Um, and money is the same way. If you're not spending any amount of time with your money, guess what? Just like in a relationship, if you are ignoring your spouse or your potential mate, they are going to leave you. And that's what happens with money. If you ignore your money, if you ignore your financial situation, guess what? Your money is going to leave you as well. And so you just do not want to ignore your finances, right? So that is the first thing. Many people just think, you know what? It'll work itself out. It'll be okay. I'll wait, right? And there's a problem with waiting because the truth of the matter is any worthwhile advisor or fiduciary is going to tell you it isn't about you timing your investments. It's not about how you get in and get out. It's not about those things. It's not about your timing the market. It's about your time in the market. Let me give you an example. If you were to take $400 a month, right, and let's say that you invested it at 8% for 30 years. At the end of those 30 years, you would have almost $600,000. $600,000. Not bad, right? You could live pretty well off of $600,000 in retirement. Okay. But let's say, for instance, that you ignored your situation and you waited 10 years. If you waited 10 years to get started, instead of you having $600,000, you would now only have $235,000. So just like that, $365,000 gone, gone. All because you just waited 10 years. Let's say, for instance, that you waited, you waited 20 years. So you got started working at 25 and you did not get started investing until you were 45, right? So if you waited, instead of getting started 20 years earlier, if you waited 10 years, now your investment of $400 a month for 10 years will only net you $73,000. So as you can see, that is a huge, huge difference. Waiting does nothing but cause your situation to grow more difficult and more dire. And so if you wanted to try to get to that $600,000, you're gonna have to put in way more each month just to try to make up for the 10 or the 20 years of time that you did not have invested in the market. So do not ignore your situation. Do not ignore your finances. Just like any other relationship, if you ignore your finances, your money will leave you just like any other relationship. Okay. So, a second cousin or a close cousin to that is people who say money ain't important. I hear this all the time from people who say money ain't all that important. It ain't all that. It ain't money ain't everything, right? And what I know to be true about people who say that and believe that, what I know to be true is they don't have any money. Yeah. Anybody who would tell you that money isn't important, or anybody who would say that money ain't everything, let me tell you, they're broke. And trust me, you don't want to listen to those people. And I'm not saying that money is the be all end all, because it is not. The word tells you, it says the love of money is the root of all evil. That's what it says. It doesn't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money. And money is nothing more than a tool. And so, what we do know in this material world, you need to have financial resources. And so, many times people say, well, money isn't important. But let me just tell you, I can just give you a personal situation from mine. My mother, um, she is, my sister and I are caregivers to my mother. Now, if I was not in a financial position or in a position where I had the time and the financial freedom, I would not be able to take care of my mother in her time of need. If I take a step further, if you look at just again another personal experience, when we were still trying to figure out how would we care for her, we looked at assisted living facilities, right? And in the process, she was actually in an assisted living facility for a couple of months, and the assisted living facility would have cost us or cost us $4,500 a month. $4,500 a month. And what happens is, if you don't have long-term care insurance, for instance, if you're not able to qualify for Medicaid, then those are expenses that you have to pay for. So many times, people look at money as something just to be making it rain in the club, or just tricking off, or just having a good time, or just having vacations. Let me tell you, it's that if that's what you want to use it for, that's fine. But understand, in this world and in life, you should be preparing yourself, one, for a time in the future when you will not be working, because you're not going to work your entire life. Not only should you be preparing for a time when you're not working, you should be in some way thinking and preparing for purchases in the future. You should be preparing for potential risks in the future. And what risk am I talking about? We always have taxes. We have high inflation going on right now. Taxes are more likely to be higher in the future than they are right now. You have to make sure that you're prepared against uh, becoming sick, hurt, or unable to work. Essentially, what I'm saying is money is important, and you should be paying particular attention to all your money. Pretty much everyone under the sound of my voice will be or is a millionaire. You will have touched $1 million in your lifetime. The question is, what would you have done with the $1 million that you earned during your lifetime? So, those people who believe that money ain't important won't have to worry about money, because they won't have any. Okay. So, what are some other beliefs that people have? Uh, Another belief that people have is they think they have to work for 40 years. Let me tell you, you do not have to work for 40. You don't have to be a part of the 40-40-40 club. What am I talking about? You may have heard me say it before. You don't have to work for 40 hours a week for 40 years just to retire on Social Security, which is only 40% of your income. You don't have to do that. When you begin to start shifting your money beliefs and your money habits, you can retire in as little as 3 to 5 years. Yep, in as little as 3 to 5 years. See, the world has they have us thinking, and the world has us thinking that, oh, you have to have all this money set aside. You have to work and pay your taxes and then scrimp and save a little bit. And the little bit that you save, you got to give it back to them so they can invest it for you, right? And so they're gonna make money off of your money, right? And it's going to take you 40 plus years to retire. And that's absolutely not true. The only reason why we wind up working harder and longer than we have to is because no one ever showed us how to do it in 3 to 5 years. No one ever showed us a financial plan that helps you get to financial security and freedom quicker. So many people love the idea of having money and spending money, but very, very few of us take the time to understand how money works. If you understand how money works, if you understand how to attract money to you, if you understand how to manifest more money, then you will find yourself in a place where you're able to do the things that you truly want to do in life, and you're able to have a bigger impact in the world because now you understand how to generate more income. You now have more streams of income that are coming to you. And all of that is a result of changing how you perceive your beliefs and your thoughts about money. So when you come to understand and know that you can retire in as little as 3 to 5 years, when you know that and understand that, now you can start doing what? Your thought processes start to change, things start to shift. The universe begins to mobilize when you start putting the belief into your mind, when you start putting the vision in your mind. The universe and God starts to try to bring to you the desires of your heart, because he knows that truly it doesn't take 40 years for you to be able to get to a place of being able to retire. So when I ask people, what would you like to do if you didn't have to work? Very, very few people say, oh, I would just like to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing. Very, very, very few people say that. So the only reason why people are spending 40 years of their life doing things just to get a paycheck, the only reason why they're doing it is because they don't know how to do it in as little as 3 to 5 years. And if you want more information about that, I'm gonna share with you how to do that at the end of this live stream. So if you think that it's going to take you 40 years for you to be able to get to where you want to be in terms of retirement, guess what? It's going to take you 40 years. There's a theory that says, I forgot exactly how it goes, but it says that whatever amount of time you have allocated for something is usually going to take that amount of time. And so if you think that it's going to take you 3 days to straighten up your room or clean up your house, then guess what? It's going to take you 3 days. But if you said, "Hey, I want to be able to do this in 2 or 3 hours," guess what? You're going to find a way to get it done in 2 or 3 hours. So don't make the mistake of thinking that you have to work for 40 years, because guess what? It's going to take you every bit of those 40 years if it ever happens. You can retire in as little as 3 to 5 years, and I'm going to share some information with you at the end of this live stream. So let me go back again. Number one, the first thing I said is, if you ignore your financial situation, money will ignore you. It's going to leave you. You have to make sure that you are spending time with your finances, with your money. If you ignore it, if you don't pay attention to it, it's not going to pay attention to you. Um, the other thing is, if you think money isn't important, then don't worry about it. You'll never have any, because thinking that money is not important, that's a fallacy. That's a lie. Money is important in this world. It's not everything, but nothing is everything. Okay? So for somebody to tell you that money isn't important, they're usually broke. So don't listen to them. So that one. And then, as I said before, if you think you have to work 40 years, that is absolutely not true. You can retire in as little as 3 to 5 years. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. And then finally, some people think that all you have to do is hustle harder, work, just make more money. Did you know 42% of people who earn six figures, who make six figures, are living paycheck to paycheck? That's 42%. That says something. That is saying something. That's saying almost half of the people who earn six figures or more, excuse me, actually live paycheck to paycheck. How is that possible? Very possible. When you have a broken financial system, or when you don't have a financial plan at all, then guess what? It doesn't matter how much money you make, because your system is broken. That means that you're always going to be filtering through money. That's the reason why people who win the lottery, they wind up, a lot of them, a good portion of them wind up being broke again. It's because they never learned how to handle money well. They don't have a system for handling money. They don't have a system for planning. They don't have a system for saving and managing. They don't have a system for growing, and don't have a system for protecting their money. All five of those things have to be in place for you to have a complete and effective financial plan. And speaking of financial plan, if you do not have one, if you look at your financial situation, and if you know that your finances aren't where you want to be, I want to share this with you. Um, Here we go. I have something coming up actually next week. It is called the Money Breakthrough Workshop. Because I've worked with hundreds of people and helping them finally get to a place of having financial security and having financial freedom in their finances, because I've worked with so many people helping them get to a place of being able to create more financial freedom for themselves and for their family, I understand how and why people aren't having the life that they truly want. I understand that when I started working, and the years that it took me, I was finally able to get to a place where I retired in 2018. And so I wanted to take those same skill sets, those same principles, those same money principles, and that same financial plan. And I started sharing it with more people, and they started getting the same results. So I started taking some of those same principles and I put them in the Money Breakthrough Workshop. So, what is the Money Breakthrough Workshop? It is a 6-day private group intensive workshop where I'll walk you through step by step how to finally transform your relationship with money, your habits, and how to use it so you can finally create financial freedom and security that you truly want. The Money Breakthrough Workshop delivers tools and strategies you need to build wealth. And I'm not talking about tips and tricks. I'm not talking about silver bullets or get rich quick schemes. Those things would just leave you tired, frustrated, and broke. I'm talking about the same strategies that I used to be able to retire back in 2018. And these are the same strategies that I teach my one on one clients in my financial coaching practice. So, in the Money Breakthrough Workshop, you'll be able to identify what's actually holding you back from having the life that you want. And you will discover the game that you should actually be playing, because many of us are playing the wrong money game. And so when we don't understand the rules of the game, that means we very often are not positioning ourselves so we can be winners at the game. And the breakthrough workshop will help you do that. You'll be able to identify your biggest fears and beliefs that are keeping you from having more money. You'll be able to gain control and mastery of your money, so your money begins to work harder for you than you working for it. You'll understand and set your financial freedom numbers. When you have your financial freedom numbers, when you have a vision, when you have a goal, when you have the proper financial goals set, smart goals set, now you have something that you can move towards, that empowers you, that helps you to get better results in your life. And we're going to help you do that by helping you understand what your freedom numbers are. After that, you're going to be able to gain clarity on what retirement could look like for you and how soon you can actually retire yourself. And then finally, you're going to get a proven step by step system to save, manage, and eliminate expenses that drain your accounts without being too overly complicated or time consuming. So here's what you get with the Money Breakthrough Workshop: you get 6 days of live financial group training. You're also going to get live access to the replays so you can watch them as often as you like, as many times as you would like. You're going to get a complete financial document checklist, so you know all of the things that you need to have in your financial plan. You're going to get downloadable worksheets and templates that are going to help you get control over your money and begin to have money working for you. You're going to get access to a private VIP Facebook group where you can ask questions and get support and accountability. So after this powerful workshop, you'll have absolute clarity on your finances. You'll know exactly where you stand and be empowered to make money work for you. You'll be able to develop powerful financial goals to help you move towards your financial freedom and the life that you truly want. You'll be able to stop living paycheck to paycheck. You'll be able to increase your monthly cash flow by as much as $2,100, and that's 25,000 extra dollars a year. Tell me you couldn't make 25,000 extra dollars wouldn't make a difference in your life. I know it would in mine. You'll be able to make purchases with confidence without having to check your balances, and you'll be worry and guilt free. Now, this training is going to begin next Tuesday, May 31st, and it's going to run from Tuesday, May 31st through Sunday, June 5th. Okay? Don't worry about it. If you miss something, but for any reason, again, remember you're going to get access to the replay, so you'll be able to watch it as often as you would like. Now, the value of this workshop is $498, but if you enroll today, you can enroll for just $47. So there you have it, guys. Let me just put the website up there. You can go to alexbjones.com/breakthrough now. Breakthrough now. You can go there, get all the details. I just shared them with you, but you can get all the details. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me or DM me. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Let me tell you guys, if you are in a place, if you've been ignoring your financial situation, or if you just want to be able to do better with your money, if you want to be able to have more control over your money, if you want to be able to earn more, save and invest, take your savings and grow your money, if you want to be able to protect it from taxes, inflation, creditors, right? If you want to be able to grow your money tax free, let me tell you, you want to make sure that you enroll in this workshop. I'm going to be walking you through step by step. So there you have it, guys. I sincerely hope to see you in the workshop. Again, if you have any questions about the workshop, I'll be more than happy if you DM me or email me. So yeah, look forward to seeing you in the workshop. Go to the website, get all the details, enroll today. Let me tell you something. This workshop is going to change and transform your life. alexbjones.com/breakthrough-now. Grab the course. Hope to see you inside. Take care.